welcome to ChatFight
with Emily Snee and Isabel Wolff.
This month on ChatFight.
Biscuits get controversial.
TV wants your kneecaps.
And is Nigel Farage the new Kim Jong-il?
Enjoy!
News!
So, in the news this month,
Yes.
Nigel Farage, who we all love,
Oh,
is like
obviously.
best bud, a wonderful human being.
A lovely human.
He has launched his new campaign.
Oh yes, he has.
And
indeed.
it's been very successful.
Mm.
We've been very much enjoying it.
Yes.
It basically centres around, I don't know if anyone who knows, this might come as quite a shock, that UKIP has a reputation for every now and again,
Just occasionally.
Putting their foot kind of through the racist door and then kind of
and just thunderbolting through it.
Yeah.
Really.
So the most recent campaign from Nigel Farage, leader of the UKIP party,
Yep.
has basically focused again around the fact that all, non-white, non-Western European people should just get out.
Yep. Because they want your jobs and are evil, apparently.
So apparently, one of the campaigns is there are 2 million people in the UK, and whose jobs do they want? Yours, with a big finger pointing at you.
Oof.
And what's
That's gotta be a really awkward sign to read for someone who's unemployed.
Yeah, no, that's true. And well, the most beautiful thing about this that was pointed out to Mr. Farage was someone said, "Oh, okay, so whose job has your wife got?"
Yeah.
For anyone who doesn't know, Nigel Farage's wife is his secretary.
Yes.
And is German.
Yes.
So, according to his campaign, she's one of the people who's stealing our jobs and should get out.
Get out.
But because she's white and from Western Europe, it's okay.
It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they're like us.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
They're
Like they're civilized. Nigel Farage has also said, basically, because they're looking for independence from the EU, and they basically hate everything and want to be a little island nation with loads of walls and never talk to anyone ever again.
Yep.
Slightly like North Korea, which is a little bit worrying.
Yeah, just a little bit. I wouldn't put it past him to get us all to have the same haircut.
Yeah.
It's just saying.
That got very scary. That's.
I don't want Nigel Farage's haircut.
I don't want to be in North Korea. Anyway, he's one of the other campaigns that he's put up is who's really running the country. 75% of all laws are now made in the EU, and there's this great big picture of the Union Jack being burned away and the kind of EU flag over
the drama.
And well, first of all, okay, yeah, that's true, but the European Parliament pays your wife's salary.
Yeah. So calm your tits.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's kind of
Nige.
Yeah, Nigel, baby, Nigel.
You need to calm your tits.
You need to calm your tits, Nigel.
In international news, the UN reporter on violence against women has come to the UK, and she was here for 16 days making a report about violence against women in Britain. And she published it, and she said that the UK has a very old boys school sexism thing going on. And then she's been to a lot of places that are very sexist, but that sexism hasn't been as pervasive or as in your face. And the British media's response to this has mostly been, "What do you know, you old woman who isn't from this country?" So they've basically gone down the route of, "You know nothing. What are you talking about?" The other things that people have been saying is, "Yeah, but what about violence against men?" It's like, that's nice, dear. That's not her job. She reports on violence against women.
Yeah,
it's that would effectively be like going to a football manager and going, "But why aren't you training them for rugby?" Not.
There are people who train people for rugby.
Yeah, there are people
a great
who
big
do
rugby
that.
league.
Yeah.
And rugby has a lot of support as well.
Yes.
Rugby's
But
very
they're
important
different.
too, but they're not the same.
No. So that's been interesting.
Yeah,
and
so they've essentially, by refuting all her comments,
has totally proved that Britain is utterly ageist, sexist, and racist.
God.
So thank you for that.
Finally, in news this month, it has been Easter.
Yes.
Easter is over.
It happened.
And Lent has now finished. I don't know what everyone else gave up for Lent. I gave up all chocolate and sweets and cakes and crisps and junk food.
I gave up nothing.
So, two very different approaches to Lent.
Mine was to ignore it and continue with life.
Good.
Yeah.
Mine was to think I don't normally do it, so this year I'm going to do it all.
I didn't get any chocolate for Easter. I got a weekend away, that was good.
That's
I
weird.
went to Wiltshire.
Very nice.
There's not much to do, but it's very pretty.
Observations, we're making observations. Observations, we're observing things. Observations, we'll be stuck in conversation, making observations. Observation of the month.
So, something very, very important has happened recently, has been discovered in the news. And we felt that it really needed its own section to talk about. Because
fully explore, because it's big stuff.
I think it has changed the face of definitely the way you and I live.
Oh, it utterly transformed.
And I know it has had a massive impact on the country as a whole and probably the world.
Yeah.
The news broke recently that we have all been eating chocolate digestives upside down.
The wrong way up. Effectively, the chocolate is apparently meant to be on the bottom.
Yeah. This is big stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I mean, they said that the reason for this was because the stamp is on that side.
Yeah.
I respect their stamp.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just can't...
I just don't understand why the chocolate would be on the bottom. It's melty.
Yeah, because it's melty. So when you're dunking it and you're biting into it, it's got to be on the top. Otherwise, it's gonna all come out your mouth and dribble down.
Ugh.
Yeah,
not good.
No one wants
and
that.
It got us thinking about general biscuit controversy. Because I think there's a lot around that.
You know what? I mean, it's a big area of there's a lot of pitfalls and a lot of traps that you can fall into with biscuits.
Yeah.
It's a minefield of issues. Cultural issues and stereotypes.
Question: if you dunk a biscuit and you overdunk, right, and it breaks off,
yes,
what do you do?
Oh,
because do you leave it? Do you fish?
It's so difficult
because you've got a very small window of time.
You've really got to make the decision instantaneously.
Because otherwise it's just
no point.
It's going to dissolve.
And I would say that I am instinctively I'm a fisher.
Okay.
Like I'm a two-pronged fisher.
Okay. I would leave it. I'd be too scared.
I feel like I think I'm Ed the Optimist. So I think I can save the biscuit and I can still enjoy it in its kind of architecturally sound
I leave
form.
it, but then I'm always nervous about the end of the
because that's the worst bit. Because that's like the equivalent of when you have cereal and you have like the last bit in the bottom of the box and it's just mush. When you pour the milk on, it's just vile. It's awful, and that's what you're faced with at the bottom of your cup of tea, and there's no way to get away from it.
No, it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming to get you if you don't fish it out straight away. But the looks you get if you fish in company that don't fish,
that's true.
It's so
a risk.
Yeah,
it's a genuine risk. And I think the other thing is like there are controversial biscuits out there, like Jaffa cake. Is it a biscuit or a cake?
Well, who knows? I mean,
but the thing is, they found out, right? Because there was a tax. What was it?
It was during the Second World War. There was a tax on biscuits, but there was no tax on cake.
Yeah.
So Jaffas, McVitie's, I'm assuming, because they're the original creators of Jaffa cakes, argued that Jaffa cakes were in fact a cake, not a biscuit, because they go stale and they go hard,
and that is how you know it's a cake.
Because biscuits, they go soft because they're already hard.
Exactly.
They can't go harder. That'd be weird.
It's frightening.
So, I mean, biscuits, send us your thoughts about biscuits, because they're a big part of my life.
Yeah, definitely.
And now we present to you an experience of biscuits through the magic of soundscape. Garibaldi, 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 Garibaldi.
Is it nice or is it nice? Is it nice or is it nice? Is it Jaffa? Is it Jaffa? Is it nice or is it nice? Is it Jaffa? Is it Jaffa? Is it nice or is it nice? Is it Jaffa? Is it Jaffa? Is it nice or is it nice? Dunk it into the tea. 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 Dunk it into the tea.
It's gonna fall.
Dunk it into the tea.
It's gonna fall.
Dunk it into the tea.
I know it's gonna fall.
Dunk it into the tea. Ah,
Told you.
the magic of soundscape.
Angry, 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 angry. Emily's angry rant.
So as I said earlier, I went to Wiltshire over the Easter weekend, and while I was there, I found a lingerie shop. It was called Mystique. It was very nice. But the thing that is interesting, right? You can't see me, those listeners out there. But if you know me, you'll know my breasts are large.
They're very large.
Thank you. Is that I don't know.
They're good large.
Okay. But my ribs are small, and this is a problem because bra companies don't believe that people like me exist. Apparently, they think that if you have big boobs, you must have a big back, and if you have a small back, you must have small boobs. This is not the case with me, and it means that it is nearly impossible to buy bras that fit, and more importantly, it is nearly impossible to buy bras that fit and are comfortable. So I end up with like appalling red marks all over my shoulders and ribs and back, and they stay there for like 12 hours, and they really hurt, and it's terrible. I found a bra at this place in Wiltshire that is more comfortable. It is still not perfect. And my point is, in a day and age where we can create Google glasses, how is it possible that we've not found a way of making bras that are comfy? Like, really comfy. Basically, come on, Google, is my point.
Yeah.
When are we getting the Google bra?
Oh, I want a Google bra.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Google bra would be awesome.
Well, and they'd be able to make it so that there's like, you know, a sound system in it, and like I can browse the internet with my nipples. It would be incredible.
That'd be amazing.
I don't think they'd be able to do much.
I think that would be something that would come with evolution.
There you go.
You know, we
would
need to
evolve
start wearing the Google
so
bras
that
now,
my nipples
so that
could
nipples can evolve.
Both be on Facebook at the same time. Why not?
They could have they could each have a separate Facebook account.
They look quite similar. I think it would get confusing.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, twins have separate Facebook accounts.
That's true. That's very unfair of me. I'm very sorry, twins. I didn't mean to discriminate.
Emily's angry rant. Trip, nip, knife, snatch, and tall balls. The awkward body part stories.
Once upon a time, there were 3 best friends. Trip-Nip was a perky pink nub of delight. Even though she had 2 identical sisters who got far more attention than her, she kept her sunny disposition, saying hello to anyone she could. Natch-Snatch was a fuzzy, free spirit. Even though times changed around her, she stuck to her guns. She respected herself and felt no need to fanny about on the winds of fashion. Tallballs, well, Tallballs was a gangly-dangly type, and while he was quite happy by himself, he always perked up when the other 2 were around. They were a triumphant trio, getting themselves into all sorts of shenanigans. One day, Trip-Nip, Natch-Snatch and Tallballs were sitting in the conservatory. Spring had sprung, and they were all admiring the new flowers that were popping out of the ground, poking out of the bushes, exploding from the undergrowth. Now, Natch-Snatch had never been a fan of pruning, but the other 2 convinced her that the garden really was in need of a little work. They wanted it to be at its most wondrous and glorious best for when their summertime guests arrived. After all, in front of all those people, no one wants untamed shrubbery escaping from the flower beds, do they? No, they don't. So Trip-Nip, Natch-Snatch and Tallballs popped down to their shed. When they got there, they realised it had been so long since they'd done any pruning that their trimmers had gone all rusty. "Oh dear," said Trip-Nip. "Oh no," said Natch-Snatch. "Oh bother," said Tallballs, because Tallballs really was rather ticked off. They decided that there was only one thing for it. They simply had to go to the garden centre. Now, when they arrived at the garden centre, Tallballs went off to get a great big flat trolley. Natch-Snatch went to go and find a helpful member of staff. And Trip-Nip, well, Trip-Nip was just happy to be included. There were so many things on their list that they decided to split up. Tallballs went to go and look at the power tools. Natch went to admire the topiary section and purchase a new pair of pruning shears. And they sent Trip-Nip off to go and look at the seedlings. Tallballs had a whale of a time fiddling and twiddling knobs on all of the lawn-mowers and strimmers. Natch came back with an exciting new pair of electric shears and all sorts of ideas of how to trim her hedges. And Trip-Nip was nowhere to be seen. Tallballs and Natch went to go and find her. Was she in the furniture section, inspecting the gazebo? No, she wasn't inspecting the gazebo. Was she in the small tools area, testing the trowels? No, she wasn't testing the trowels. Was she in the compost aisle, fingering the mulch? No, she wasn't fingering the mulch. They were getting frantic. Where could she possibly be? And then suddenly they saw a perky pink nub pop out from behind the till. They managed to find her. Thank goodness for that. They paid for all they'd collected and headed home, eager to start taming their garden. When they got home, they set to work trimming their hedges. They trimmed up one side, then they trimmed up the other. But what's this? Oh no! Their hedge was uneven. Now no one likes an uneven hedge, do they? No, they don't. They tried to even up one side, but they over-trimmed. So they tried to even up the other side, but in their panic, they over-trimmed again. Natch, who had gone inside to make a jug of elderflower cordial, came out of the house and gasped. They had trimmed so much that there was only a tiny strip of hedge left. Oh dear, said Trip-Nip. Oh no, said Tallballs. Oh damn and blast, said Natch, because Natch was more than rather ticked off. Never mind, said Tallballs, as he patted Natch on the back. We'll just have to wait for it to grow back, said Trip-Nip. And they all laughed and sat down to have a refreshing glass of elderflower cordial. But from that day on, it was Natch who was in charge of trimming the hedges. Those rogues! What will they get up to next time? Trip-Nip, Natch, and Tallballs, the awkward body part stories.
This is the song, yeah, it's the song. Jingle for a song, so we're gonna play you a song. But first you gotta sit through, yeah, you gotta sit through the song. We're gonna play you a song. Jingle for a song, jingle for a song, jingle, jingle, jingle for a song. Here's the song. Twitter is typically trending, and Facebook is full of old friends. MySpace and Bebo, they've both had their day, but there's one social network you're turning away. Nobody likes Google+. Instagram improves your image, and Pinterest still picture perfect. YouTube and SoundCloud an artist display, but there's one social network that won't get to play. Nobody likes Google+. Even those business tabs scorning the rest. No friending, no trending, no uploads to best. Have LinkedIn. Even those servants to each online fad say toodles to Google with no regrets. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. But Google has hopes and Google has dreams of bringing us all together. Yes, Google has hopes and Google has dreams. But you've crushed them. Nobody likes Google+. Nobody likes Google+. Nobody likes Google+. That was the song. The end of the song. End of the song. End of the song. Yes, oh yes, we just played you a song. And now you gotta sit through, yeah, you gotta sit through the song. the end of the song. End of the song, end of the song. Yes, oh yes, we just played you a song. Awkward, 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 awkward. Need to finish the jingle. This is awkward moments.
I work sometimes as a children's entertainer. I had a party recently that I was doing for a 10-year-old. Now, bear in mind,
Tricky age.
Yeah.
Tricky
I
age.
mean, the oldest I normally do is like 7, 8. So they're still, the cynicism hasn't quite destroyed them yet. 10 is an age where you could still have fun if having fun wasn't so uncool.
Yeah.
So that was my first difficulty. But you know what? I thought, I'm just going to get them on side. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be relaxed. I'm going to be chill. They can choose what music they want to play. They can choose what games they want to do. I'm basically I'm amazing. I'm brilliant. I was just going to totally get in with them, be one of the crowd. It's going to be
Cool McGee.
I am Cool McGee. That's essentially what I am. And we all know that I'm also very, very kind of hip and street and down with the kids. So. They all said, they were like, we want to do a dance-off. We want to do a dance-off. They all wanted to do this dance-off, and they wanted to when you get in a circle and you have a banging tune going, and everyone goes one by one, does their move, and everyone cheers, and it's all cool. So I thought, great, this is brilliant because there's loads of them. This will take up a lot of time. They want to do it, so fantastic. So we all got in the circle, and they picked a song that they wanted to dance to. No one wants to go first. Of course they don't, because they're all cool and don't want to look like they're having a good fun time or having emotions of any sort. So I said, "Oh, shall I go first? I'll do it first." They were like, "Yeah, you go first. You go first." And for those of you who don't know me, I'm not the best dancer. I'm free and I love moving my body, but it doesn't generally work out very well for me. So I decided to go with the it's hard to demonstrate because you can't see, but the kind of the Beyonce sort of thing where you kind of pump your fist, arm shake thing, and I thought this will be good. This will because it doesn't matter if I look a bit silly because then they'll just laugh and it'll loosen everyone up. So I went in and I did my Beyonce fist shaky thing, and I did not quite have the reaction that I hoped I would. The look of disdain that was radiating from the collective group of 10-year-olds was so horrific that I did just think about running away and just leaving. So that was very unpleasant, and it proceeded to pretty much kill the dance off right in its tracks. Yeah, no one wanted to follow that.
This is awkward moments. Casting couch, casting couch, casting couch, where weird stuff happens. Casting couch, it'll make you lose faith in humanity. Casting couch.
So we have arrived inevitably at casting couch.
Oh yes, we have. This one is a casting for a film called How to Disappear. Concept: Jack wakes up alone. This isn't strange. Except for the fact that he'd definitely come home with a date the night before.
Ooh.
When he gets a knock on the front door from the police wanting to know why a woman reported missing for a week has his number in her call history, he's forced to go and track her down, armed in nothing but his dressing gown. I don't think dressing gowns count as armour.
It's got a slightly Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy
So here are the cast, the character description. Male, 18 to 25 years, any ethnicity. Jack, an average to looking 20-something, funny in a but to every two joke kind of way, but takes himself seriously.
Oh, good.
I'm glad. Spends most of the film confused and in his dressing gown. Female, 18 to 25 years, any ethnicity. American, her name never being mentioned. Ooh. Kate. Good. Is a mysterious femme tout fatale who spins a web of deceit and confusion wherever she goes. We never quite know if she's telling the truth or not. Long dark hair,
Okay.
with fringe preferably.
Next we have
Woman actress with seductive voice needed for erotic audio recordings, catering to foot and tickle fetishes. No video, just audio. No need to meet. You will be paid through PayPal.
Ooh,
Generous pay.
very nice. This one is beautiful because of this man doesn't seem to understand punctuation.
Yeah.
At all. So I'm gonna
amazing.
attempt to read this exactly how it's written. Let's see how we go. The title of this is Batman film The Dark Knight Strikes Back Need Commissioner Gordon. Hi, my name is Gavin. Me and a few other actors will be doing, if they have the commitment, about half an hour, more than likely an hour-long film about Batman. We are also doing Joker and Arkham Asylum since these two films are connected. This is an unpaid job in Weymouth, Dorset, since it depends on DVD sales, although it will be sold on the web and put on YouTube, so this will be seen by many members of UK or more and get you very well known. Be brilliant to have you on board. This film has had lot good comments. We will not be starting till about June because of money and hiring places, so we are doing auditions now since we will be quite busy then. So if you would like an audition, not a problem, give a message. We will give you more details then in Weymouth, Dorset.
I think it's... I don't even know.
No.
Actors and actresses needed to perform in a funny, sexy, avant-garde scripted reality series to be broadcast online. Let me know if you are interested. Newbies welcome. Email me or text me anytime on 077 90 843 297.
Do with that what you will, listeners. That
Yes.
is the genuine number that was posted on this casting call.
Yep.
We
considered calling them and recording ourselves and all of the hilarity that would ensue, but then we were like,
I'm scared.
yeah, so we didn't.
This is a very legitimate casting call. I just wanted to
Totally.
put this in because it is so legitimate. And it's a really great opportunity for we know a lot of actors out there, so if you are listening, do really take this one in consideration.
Yeah.
This is a great opportunity for a young actress. Do you enjoy dressing up in uniforms, schoolgirl, nurse, etc., or slutty, chavvy outfits? If so, I would like to hear from you, as I am seeking females of all looks, shapes, and sizes that I can offer regular paid work to.
It sounds like porn.
Yeah, it's porn.
The next casting call is one of my favourites. It says, sexy ladies who are the bomb. Are you the spokesperson, model, brand, actress, and icon to represent our brand? No nudity or degrading scenes. You will have the opportunity to work with actor/model Danny Mansion. Who the fuck is Danny Mansion?
Oh boy, Danny Mansion!
Prior experience is not necessary, but you must be hot.
Yep.
Have swag. And have common sense.
Oh boy, well, swag and common sense, they go hand in hand.
Yeah, always. Like, if I see someone that I'm like, you're a sensible human, I'm like, must have swag.
Dave's got swag.
You need to calm, sir.
I am.
Calm. And also, anytime I see someone who has swag, I'm always like, you seem like you would be good in a crisis situation.
Now we come to this month's What the Fuck Award.
Oh,
And
it's beautiful.
this is a good one. Not because it's particularly sexual or ridiculous. It's quite downright bizarre. Kneecaps wanted for TV show. The Kneecap Recap is a new entertainment format that's all about kneecaps. If you think your kneecaps have got what it takes, send us a picture of your kneecaps and they could be seen on TV.
I'm not sure if this is a joke or like someone has a fetish
I
and
know.
they're just trying to get fodder.
This is a genuine article that we found. If you'd like your knees to be featured on TV, send us a picture of your kneecaps. Picture must be of kneecaps only.
Oh, terms and conditions. By contacting us and providing a photo of your kneecaps, you are granting Liberty Bell a royal-free perpetual license to use the photo throughout the world in any medium. You hereby waive any so-called moral rights you may have in and to the photo, and you represent that the photo does not infringe upon, misappropriate, or violate the rights of any third parties. Liberty Bell is not obliged to use the photo.
That's the sort of thing that I would write as a joke, like as a kind of comedic, satirical point that we might do on Casting Couch. However, this is a genuine...
Why kneecaps?
I don't know. I've never thought of kneecaps as a particularly sexy part of the body.
But it doesn't sound like they're trying to make it sexy.
No. Are they funny? Are
I
kneecaps
don't understand.
funny?
Some people have kneecaps that look like baby's face. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe it's that. Maybe it's a comedy.
Maybe it's like you know the people who try and find Jesus in toast, like those
Maybe
things.
people try and
Like
find
maybe it's like,
Jesus
what
in
can you
kneecaps.
see in these kneecaps?
Ooh, maybe it's the kneecaps. A door to the future. A door to an alternate reality where kneecaps display all sorts of different political, psychological, religious.
It's like a kneecap Rorschach test.
Anyway, yeah, that's it for this month's Casting Couch. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much for your time.
Casting couch, it'll make you lose faith in humanity. Casting couch. In a world full of lies and deceit, a beacon of honesty shines forth to souls unafraid to speak. Pure truth is their source. They've traveled around the globe, freewheeling, fair dealing. No matter what they're told, they're smashing that glass ceiling. Any question put to them, they'll answer honest and true. Any question put to them by you. So ask us a question. Ask us, we'll tell you no lies. Ask us a question. Everything we say will be true story.
We have some good questions for you this month. Some
Yeah.
varied ones.
The
These are
first
both,
one.
yeah.
The first one is, if you could have any superpower, what would you have?
That's a good one.
A good old chestnut.
I think, I don't know. It depends whether I'm gonna save the world, actually be useful saving the world, or just have a superpower so I could, just jam around in my own life. I think some kind of transfiguration magic would be pretty cool, because then I could make anything that I needed. So if I was if it's raining and I didn't have an umbrella,
cool.
I can make an umbrella.
That's clever. I thought you meant something different, because one of the ones that I'm not sure if this is like the ultimate one, but I've always thought that metamorphosis would be a cool
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
superpower, because then it's like if I need to, because loads of people are like, oh, if I had a superpower I'd fly or I'd become invisible, and I'm like, yeah, but if you had metamorphosis,
yeah, you could turn into a
a bird,
and you fly anyway.
or you could turn into like spider, I don't know why, but like hide in corners of
Yeah.
places so people don't see you. Like you've got possibilities, and if you want to really piss people off, you could like turn into an elephant and trample people's belongings.
Woohoo!
I don't know why.
That'd be cool.
So I think that would be one that I would pick,
Yeah, no, that's
and then
a
the
good one.
other one that I would pick, teleportation,
That'd be cool.
or like the full tele team.
Telekinesis,
teleportation. What other tele?
There's
telepathy.
Telepathy, that's it. Telepathy would be really, really useful, but I think it would get.
I think you'd have to set limits on yourself.
Yeah, because that could get really addictive.
Yeah.
Especially if you were teleportation as well, because then you could teleport to other people's houses and listen to their thoughts. Not that I'm saying I'd do that. Yeah, well, I think you could if you were like Professor Xavier, that's his power. He's got the tele team.
Can he teleport?
Oh no, he can't teleport.
He doesn't have a tele team.
He doesn't have a tele team.
If him and Nightcrawler had a love child,
him and Nightcrawler had
then
a love
they
child,
would have the tele
that
team.
would be it. They would be like the tele team Night Child. So they'd be like Save Night or Crawvia.
What are you doing?
I don't know, I'm trying to do, when they do they combine
Like
people's
Brangelina.
names, like Brangelina. I'm trying to make that into a child's name for Professor Xavier and Nightcrawler's love child.
It's not gone well.
I mean, I don't know how they'd have this love child biologically, but I mean,
we're having a conversation about. I don't think that's relevant right now.
Okay,
Basically.
all right, fine. This is a really good question this week.
Yeah.
It is, what would you do if you were a man for a day? I think we can all agree that the first thing I would do is have a wank.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
I might pee first.
I don't know. I think I'm intrigued to know what it feels like to orgasm as a man.
Yeah.
And I'd be interested to have sex because I want to know what it feels like from the other side.
Yeah.
As well. So that'd be intriguing.
And you just learn for future
I would
lessons.
kind of be intrigued to just go around normal life and see what I can get away with as a man that I wouldn't be able to as a woman.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to walk around with my shirt off. Just to see what it's like. Because the concept of being shirtless, like having nothing, no material in your top half of your body, and that being completely, like, socially acceptable. Obviously, on a hot day, in certain situations, like, not if you're walking around Tesco's in January, then that's just a bit weird.
Yeah.
But what's that like?
Yeah.
You know, nothing's flailing. Yeah. So, having sex, peeing, walking around half naked, and seeing what we can get away with.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do in my days, man.
I think so. There might be some ball fondling.
Oh, definitely.
Just to see what it feels like, because I've never quite got that.
Yeah.
Because it's like I understand.
I get that they're an erogenous zone.
Yeah.
But
I don't quite understand it.
Does it feel the same? Because I'm guessing it can't feel as good as the penis. But it's obviously, like, is it on the same level as, like, nipple fondling, or are they more sensitive?
But then it depends. Different people have different nipples. That's obvious.
We don't all have one collective pair of nipples.
We don't. Shit.
Oh my God.
I meant more in, like, a different people's nipples and different levels of sensitivity, etc. I don't know if testicles are the same.
If you want to send us a question, then you can email us at snee.and.wolff
with 2 Fs
at gmail.com, or you can follow us on Twitter at Emily Snee or at Isabel Wolff
with 2 Fs.
Yep.
Well, that's it for this month's ChatFight.
Thank you very much for listening.
And join us next month
for
more funsies.
Yeah.
See you on the flip.
What is wrong with you?
ChatFight, tea and biscuits, ChatFight, tea and biscuits, ChatFight, tea and biscuits, ChatFight, 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 ChatFight.
Stop. Tea time.
ChatFight.